Hi guys, and a very warm welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I'm Lara. So in today's video we are going to be doing 5 more Ikea hacks. You guys seem to really love my Ikea hacks video, so if you do, please do give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to be sharing 5 hacks which are quite summery, they're all kind of home decor, and I've been working really hard on these, so I really hope that you like them as much as I do. I'd love you guys to let me know in the comments which other videos like this you might like to see, or if it's something completely different. I'm doing loads of budgeting on my channel at the moment, so these are all things that are on a budget to update your home for summer, and it's just hopefully going to give you some ideas for things that you can hack yourself from Ikea and make yourself something beautiful for your home. Don't forget to give the video a like if you liked it, and please subscribe if you are new if you like what you see. Let's get into the video and on to the hacks. First up, you're going to need this 3-pack heat mat, which is from the kitchen department. I've also got this star with a little bit of foliage, an old belt, a glue gun and some scissors. I'm going to cut off this foliage. I was trying to find on Amazon the right kind of size for this, but I just couldn't see anything. So in the end I remembered I had this star which I could fashion into something else and use the foliage to create this cute little decoration. So I just glued on some glue to hold down the foliage, and I use quite a bit here. Make sure you don't burn your fingers because I learned the hard way doing it. And I'm just going to stick it on, and what I want to do is create it at an angle. I like things that are a little bit asymmetric and a little bit off center, so I've just created that, stuck it down, and now I'm measuring out where I need to glue my belt. As you can see, it's a really thin belt. This was a really cheap belt from Primark, and I'm gluing around the mat just so that it holds it into place. Make sure you don't go over the edges. You really don't need too much here. Just glue it on and push it down. Any excess you can pick off, but it's ideal if you don't get any excess. So I'm going to just finish off gluing around the edge. Make sure you don't go too far up because you need a lot of hanging space. And that's it done. I really love how it's turned out. It just makes a beautiful decoration for my office, but it also can be used as a notice board if you wish. So you can pin things to it, or you can hang things from it. I really love how this one has turned out, and it's so inexpensive. Next up, I'm going to be using the Sollefteå. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering the Swedish language here. I can never say the names. So I'm going to be using this light shade. This is a paper lantern, and it's really inexpensive. I've also got this rope, which is a kind of macrame rope, and it was £9 for 90 meters. I can leave it linked down below if you like. Obviously I've got heaps here, but I'm going to be using it for other projects in the future. I'm just going to be using my Stanley blade to cut off about 8-inch strips of the rope, and I'm going to just be putting them together. I've got this lantern which I didn't realise was quite so flat, but now that I've made it I really like the shape of it. It took a little while to get the hang of this. In the end I decided to glue on the inside and then put these strands into the middle and then push down with a metal lid because I was burning my fingers, and it just meant that I could just do multiple amounts at a time. So there we go, that's all done. You can just see which ones are a bit longer and chop them and then assemble the lamp. This was actually quite tricky because the strands were kind of in the way, but once you got the hang of it, it was okay. And now for the trying to assemble it, the cord actually just threads in between the fixing, which was a bit tricky, but I really love how it's turned out. I think that the light just has this beautiful rustic feel to it, and as I said, because I'm budgeting at the moment, we're trying to buy a house, I just really feel like this is such a budget alternative to a very expensive lamp, and obviously it's all homemade. Next up, I'm using the Gubop, which I found these in the kitchen department. They're just little handles, and I was trying to find something for ages in Ikea and I couldn't see anything, and then I looked in the kitchen department and this was perfect. I'm going to be using my Rust-Oleum spray. This is from Amazon. Again, I can link it down in the description bar for you, and I'm just going to plonk these into a bit of cardboard to give it a bit of a stand so I can get to the sides and the edges, and then I'm just going to go over twice with that with the gold spray. So these are the handles, they're done. And I had bought this amber glass soap dish from the accessories department in the market hall, but you know what, I actually didn't really like the look of it, so instead I've chosen to use this leaf tray, and this one was actually from Primark, but I have seen very similar ones in Ikea, and I just felt like it went a lot nicer than the amber tray. Maybe I needed 4 handles for this one, but I only had 2, so I went ahead and I glued these and I pressed them down for a long time to set, and then there we have it, a nice little gold trinket dish, which is going to take pride of place on my gold Ikea hack unit that you may have seen in my first Ikea hacks video. And I'm going to just store little bits on this, like my memory cards. It's not going to hold a lot, but it's perfect for what I want, and I just think it looks really, really pretty here on the gold shelf and very inexpensive. Next up, I'm using the Beck Fam. This is actually a spice rack, but I'm going to obviously pimp it up and I'm going to make it into something very special and unique. I've got these little discounted paint tins from the hardware store. These are so inexpensive, and I really love the colours that they've turned out to be. It's a bit of a bargain because you don't always know the colour you're going to get, but I've gone for this kind of grey eggshell blue with a pink, and how satisfying is it to see this sped up? I'm going to leave this with you for a minute. So now that I've painted the bulk of the unit, I'm now just going to paint this little rod in a pink colour. This is actually the colour we used for one of another hacks of mine. I just tend to keep the paint stored and then use it when I want to touch up or create new items. My little boy came along and wanted to help, so I let him do a little bit of painting and then finished off the unit myself. So I've got this sticky back plastic, which is in a marble effect, and I can link that down below if you like. It's just from Amazon. I'm just checking out the assembly on this because I want to make sure that I'm putting the sticky back plastic onto the right side. This is, I think they call contact paper, and I'm just roughly cutting out the contact paper to the right size just before doing it more precisely, and then I'm just going to turn it over and I'm going to remove the backing. So this needs to be quite neat because you want it to look really nice and sharp. So I'm just going to remove the backing, and this bit's really, really easy, but you do need a little tool. I just used one of the sides of the shelving unit just to make sure you don't get any bubbles in it, and it's really, really easy. Next up, I'm going to put the little shelf unit into start putting it together, and I'm going to put the little doweling into the hole. You may need to just screw a screw in just to get the hole going because you've obviously covered it in sticky back plastic. And then I'm going to assemble the unit. On the back it has these little screws which just have a really easy assembly. And there you have it. There is the finished product, but I'm not quite finished. I am going to be using this beautiful shelving unit as a letter rack and key holder. So basically everything we need just to get out the door in the morning or things that we come home to. I'm going to use a drill just to get some pilot holes going for the hooks. These hooks are from the department store? No, from the what do we call it? Basically home base. I don't know what you guys call it, but we call it home base. And then I'm just going to use it to put up into my hallway, and I think I really, really love how this turned out. It's great for putting post on and your keys and your sunnies, anything you want to just before you run out the door in the morning or come home in the evening, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Okay, I've saved the easiest to last. I'm going to be using this little plant pot saucer almost. It came with a pot as well, and I think it was about £1. It was really, really inexpensive. I'm going to take my contact paper once again, and I'm just going to go around it with my Stanley knife just to get a really clean cut on that. If you do it around the bottom, then that's going to fit into the middle. So I've just simply cut out the contact paper, and I'm going to put it onto the inside of the pot, or the pot holder I should say. And this was such a simple idea, and obviously it's just pimping up a little bit the actual saucer and changing its purpose, because what I'm going to be using it for is to store my reed diffuser, but also as a coaster. So it's got a couple of different uses, whatever you would like to use it for, and I really like how that's turned out. So there we go guys, I really hope that you like those hacks. Which one was your favourite? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here and you like what you saw today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!